Hello there, hard-working interns. I hope that my video finds you enjoying your internship very much. The purpose of it is to give you some brief information on your IB internship assignments, because as you know, in order to get those 24 credits, you do need to not just work very hard at your internship company, but also to do some assignments for IB. I'm going to share my screen and show you where you can find those assignments. So I'm going to take you now to Brightspace. Your Brightspace looks more or less like this. And hopefully you're all enrolled. If we click on internship, I strongly suggest that you do not use this view, but use, so not the course home, but the content. Which looks much better. There are some things which you cannot see. They are hidden because those are still in progress. But today I want to show you the course outline during internship, and namely this bit. Here is basically the total overview of what is expected of you from the perspective of IB. You have to create a development plan for yourself, receive feedback both from your company supervisor and from your IB supervisor, which you will use in your halfway check evaluation. You are going to reflect, hey, how am I doing? I made this plan for myself. How am I doing? How do my supervisors find me? And at the end, you will, similar to what you've done in other reflections in PPD or in the IPs, look back at your personal and professional growth in order to have a good reflection, evidence-based reflection at the end, and also halfway. I do ask you to complete this progress tracking journal one time a month, in which you will write what happened that month in particular, relevant situation that is there for as an example for your development. Here you can see a very quick overview of all the on-stage steps. There are 6 of them in total, but you're only involved in some of them. So E1, where you're going to upload your draft of the development plan. E2, you're going to upload your final development plan. In E3, it does say upload assignments, but that's because we started building Onstage before we actually had those assignments. Basically, we want you to upload the halfway check. That's one here. In E4, you will upload proof of completed hours, and E5, final product or reflection portfolio. But today I want to tell you very briefly about your development plan, which is this very thick Word document. I chose to make it as a Word document because you can use the table of contents shortcut. So let's skip to the first. You can click to it and get there. The content of the development plan, as you can see, is very large, but it's because we give you a lot of appendices. We're showing you how to actually set goals, how to make a development plan. These are all appendices, as you know, are supporting documents that are important to the main document, the guidelines itself, but if you find it, you skim through it and you say, oh, I know this, you don't need to use it. Now, going back to Brightspace, those 2 red boxes are actually what is expected of you to upload in E1 and E2. They come from this document. So I'll scroll down, you can see it here. And I want to zoom into it for a bit. In E1, you have to upload to Onstage 2 things. One Word document containing this stuff and another document containing the signed internship hours. Now, here it says that you need to upload your first draft of development plan, and then there's a second draft of it. Hey, that could be confusing. What do I mean with it? Well, let me go back here. In your development plan, we all want to see a little bit of an introduction. For instance, tell us who you are. Answer those questions here. It will help us understand you better and know better how you are actually intending to develop yourself during this internship. Then please spend a bit of time telling us about your path to your dream job. What is it that you are doing now in internship? What is it that you want to achieve? Who are the stakeholders you're encountering, etc. And then, of course, connect that to the skills and knowledge gaps that you have at the moment. For instance, telling us basically how does this internship and what you're doing now is helping you reach the path to your dream job. So based on those gaps, as the stuff that you think you're missing at the moment in order to be super cool in your CV when you graduate, so not long from now, we want you to make a development plan. Now, the development plan itself, going back to the rec box, consists, of course, of that introduction and a template, which you can find in the appendices. Let's go to it. It looks like this. So you're going to set for every IB area of improvement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each of them must have a SMART goal. And I want you to fill in every box telling me how this, telling us how this goal is specific, how is it measurable, attainable, etc., time-based, and the resources and the possible constraints that you would encounter. This template is very good as a start. Here is an example of the template. Of course, this is the bare one. I tried to make it look prettier. You can use whatever you want. But this is just to capture the essence of your thoughts. What we really want you to tell us, let's go back here, is that you will take per goal one short paragraph where you give us some information. How did you get to that? Because sometimes you have thinking processes in the back of your mind and they're not on paper, and we think, this is strange. Why did you put this specific goal for yourself? It doesn't make sense to me. So please give us a little bit of background, not very large paragraphs, but just a little bit of feedback, of background. Now, so this is your draft one, your personal draft. Then you take it and you go to your, that's why it's called first draft. Then you take that draft, you go to your company supervisor and have a discussion. What do they think about it? How is it? Make sure you take notes during that conversation, because we would like to see that feedback in your draft too. And to go back to your draft 2, it means basically on top of showing us what you had planned for yourself, you're going to show us the few paragraphs, or 1, 2 paragraph, with the feedback from your company supervisor, the conversation, the essence of that conversation, and then if needed, make an updated development plan. Therefore, the second draft. Maybe your internship supervisor, your company supervisor says, yeah, this is a great idea for your development, but I would like you to also work on this bit, which fits better with the company goals. So you may have to adjust something or add something. Now, that is your second draft. And this is what you need to upload in Onstage in E1. Now, this is E1. Now, then after you have uploaded the stuff in E1, you see here, your internship IB internship supervisor will get a notification. It's even better if you also send a message to notify them, and make an appointment with them to say, hey, I need to get feedback from you, my dear IB supervisor. When do you have time? Your teacher will may take 1 or 2 weeks. Officially, we have 15 working days to look at what you submitted. And we'll also have some sort of feedback for it. Now, the feedback that will be given to you will be captured very briefly in this assessment form, which you can also find in your Onstage step E1. Hopefully, your E1 draft is complete. It contains everything, and then there are no major missing things. Be careful that this year you're also getting a grade for your proactivity. So if you're slacking a lot at IB assignments and being in touch with your supervisor, that may drastically impact your grade. And 24 credits really hangs a lot on your GPA. So that's that. Then you're going to have a conversation with your IB supervisor in between E1. After E1, you get some feedback again. And this is similar to what you've done in E1. We want to see a very long document this time where you show draft 1, your personal draft 2, including feedback from company supervisor and development plan updated. The feedback, the essence, like minutes of meeting, the essence of the conversation with your IB supervisor, your final development plan. This is the one that you do not play further with. Both supervisors have agreed on it. This is the development plan. And then your timeline of your internship. Right? Each of you starts at a different time, and it's important for your internship supervisor to have some sort of an idea when can they receive your materials to read, when can they plan the company visit, etc., etc. Because what you don't want as IB supervisor is that you have 10 interns and then all of them want to meet on the same day, or all of them send you this, the development plans in the same day. And of course, the internship hours proof. So this is E2. I hope that this is clear. If it's not clear, please join me on Friday afternoons during the Q&A session. And please take this development plan very serious, because like I explained to you, this is the basis of your final reflection. You cannot reflect back and get a good grade for it if your development plan in the beginning was not a very good one. So do take this as serious as possible. You've seen that I also have published the progress tracking journal. These are guidelines on how to keep track of situations relevant to show progress of your development. Once a month, just write in, hey, I wanted to be better at collaboration. And this is what happened in month 1 regarding collaboration. This is what I've learned about it. And then what happened in month 2? How did you grow already? And this will be supporting documents to the halfway check and to the end reflection or end portfolio, because there will be a lot more documents. Here are also some company visit guidelines in case you want to understand what is expected of you or what's going to happen there. The end report, that is unfortunately still work in progress. I'm working as we speak. Keep an eye on Brightspace, and I will publish it as soon as possible. Now, that was it for now. I'm going to stop sharing. I hope that I made a few things clear. Thank you for watching this. Have a great internship, but don't forget IB. Bye, guys.